Friends, we are going to study Economic and Public Policy, 24th of August, Part 1, Daily Current Affairs Series. Let's start it. The first important news will be that Niti Aayog has estimated a rise of an increase of 10,000 crore per year on the new export scheme. It might exceed. So government has envisaged, it has formulated a conceived an idea of an annual allocation of about 50,000 crore under RODTEP scheme. I will repeat it again, RODTEP scheme, which are intended to make exports as zero rated. Now this scheme is going to replace extent merchant export from India scheme. I will repeat it again, extent merchant export from India scheme, under which exporters were granted benefits of about rupees 45,000 crores in the financial year 20 from January 2021. So this is a big scheme. The changes are made, and the Niti Aayog is estimated an increase of 10,000 crores per year. The second important news will be 412 infra projects are showing cost overrun worth amount 4.22 lakh crore. This is a big news, and this is the project infrastructure projects, the big plans for Modi government. The present government is striving really hard, and each project is worth, taken into this report, is 150 crore or more. So 412 such projects, so massive projects are going on. They have overrun a cost of, due to delays, due to other regions, 4.22 lakh crore. So this is again huge, and this is going to cost the executioner a lot of amount. So how the things are going to turn up in near future, how the government is going to have money for that, is going to be interesting. Now, the spectrum values erodes government on a sticky wicket. It's very obvious. Supreme Court has given a very clear instructions, a clear guideline, a clear observation that if any telecom operator is given a license, doesn't mean that he is going to be having the ownership. Ownership will be staying with government as a trustee for public money. So this is the Supreme Court is very clear on it, and the Spectrum Cell and RCOM, Anil Ambani Group, they have said that they have no other option left but to go for liquidation. Reliance Jio is working on it, and they have and it has been taken by Airtel as well for 5G plans. Airtel is working with a US company. So how these are news we have taken it in earlier lectures. So this is Vodafone dues. Vodafone is really on a sticky wicket. Even Airtel has got 23,000 crores rupees. Some concerns over it. So Vodafone total dues are over 2 lakh crore, but the value of spectrum is just 98,000 crores. The government is going to lose money. And on this, on the earlier thing, that Supreme Court also said that they want a fresh view about AGRs, that is adjusted gross revenue, what the government opinion on it, and they are saying that we are concerned that it might be nullified. So how the government is going to be on this wicket, how the government is going to address this issue, and how the courts are going to react on this issue, and how the telecom operators are going to react on this issue. It's going to be really interesting, and it's going to be really challenging as well. As of 5G, NESCO has said that they are going to employ 300 to 400 fresh people and professionals in their 5G thing and the 5G sectors and all, whatever the technological changes are going to happen. So market players are getting ready for it, huge money involved in it, and huge complications as well are coming into it. And the legal orders, and how the Supreme Court, the three players, the telecom operators, government and Supreme Court, they will have a lot of brainstorming sessions going on it, and how they are going to come up with solutions which positive, which is going to be beneficial for the country, for the consumer as well. It's going to be interesting, and it's yet to be seen. And another thing is that waive tax services on AGR. This is what the telecoms, that is telecom operator, that is Cellular Operators Association of India, that is COAI. I will repeat it again, Cellular Operators Association of India. These have written to the government that actually to waive service tax on AGR. So service tax demand can go up to 20,000 crores. So they need, the COA needs a waiver on it. So the government is going to react so that they can step in compliance with the Supreme Court, or this is the reasoning for the COAI. But it's going to be interesting how the government sees into it, and how the government actually acts into it, because government, the economy is already in a slump, and government needs money, and the COVID pandemic, it has affected the world. I had quoted in earlier lectures that Paul Krugman has written that $130 billion of interest payment is going to be paid by 100 odd countries as interest payment. So where this money is going to be, the solution will be to go for borrowing and taxes. So Indian government is going to go for both. So but how because the coffers are almost empty, and there are massive challenges to revive the economy. And I have said in February lecture that if we grow by 8 to 9%, it will take 22 years to go for the 5 trillion benchmark. I mean, if looking at the population, looking at the jobs, looking at the taxes, it's going to be a hard task for the finance ministry and for the government in particular. Okay, let's go for the new start. The Vande Bharat, actually Vande Mataram is for airline sector, and this is the Indian Railways will invite tenders for a week within for the procurement of Vande Bharat Express or Train 18. So Train 18 will be interesting. So instead of Vande Bharat Express, if the question comes with Train 18, it means Vande Bharat Express. So Railway Board Chairman is VK Yadav, and he has said that it was the third time they have considered this inviting tenders, and this tender is for 43 train sets floated in December last year and again cancelled on 21st of August. So this is the third time Vande Bharat scheme or Train 18 will be the key here. So the next thing, the finance ministry will remove returns in the in-bond manufacturer scheme. So this is for certain sectors sensitive called like goods for gold, silver, other precious metals in bonded warehouses. So government finance ministry as government, as I was talking about, government needs money, the taxes, they are looking for every possible avenues. The commerce minister, the finance minister, they are looking for, they have asked their officials to look how they can arrange for the money in the telecom sector. In the telecom sector they are doing it, in the auto sector they are doing it, they are looking for avenues and how the things are going to change. Let's see, time will watch, and near future things will be very challenging for sure. So with few more changes, the inbound manufacturing can become a favored options for exporters. So this is the rationale going behind the finance ministry, that why they are going to make for these changes. And even the C Customs Acts 1878, this is interesting, C Customs Acts 1878 with chapter 11, they allow deposit for imported goods in bonded warehouses without payment of duties till their clearance for export and home consumption. So this is interesting. The question can come which of them are listed, and then you will say that Modi government is changing law after law. So C Customs 1878 is not anymore relevant, but it is really relevant. So later sections 57 to 73A of the present Custom Act. The present Custom Act is 1862, which contains similar provisions. So inbound manufacturing scheme, the view of finance ministry, it's really interesting and it is very important from exams perspective. For which sectors like articles for gold, silver, other precious metals in bonded warehouses. So government policy is very clear on it. So let's see. The next news, faceless tax appeals may lead to Ryzen litigation. This is the view of officials. I have covered in earlier lecture that CBDT chief has to talk to his officials, has talked to his staff that the things are going to be fine, because their allegation was that at least they should have taken into confidence first about the various possibilities. So consultant won't, now their stand is that litigation at the tribunal level will definitely see a rise, because consultant won't get a fair chance to explain their case. But it is a dream scheme for Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. He has announced a faceless appeals mechanism as a part of our transparent taxation measure. So I was again telling you that to make the tax easier so that tax compliance can be, another report will be on how the various cities have gone for a loss in taxes. We will just cover it up right now. Tax mop-up for metro sees a single-digit decline. So this is again a bad news for the government. The number posed challenges to center 13.2 trillion target. So government was really hoping ambitious 13.2 trillion target, but every metro has seen a decline into it. So this is the second consecutive quarter for the current fiscal year that direct taxing collections are remain muted. Almost they are a worry. Definitely they are a worry. And Indian top cities, I will just give the figures. Kolkata, this has reported a drop of 60%. So question can come which of them have reported the maximum in what percentage. So you have to list them up. So Kolkata 60% drop, April to August 20, and followed by Chennai and Delhi. Chennai 41% decline, Delhi 36% decline. So you can be asked to arrange them in descending or ascending order. So Mumbai, however, there is a relief in some quarters that Mumbai was the least affected region, though collections was down in Mumbai as well. So the next will be wave service taxes on AGR. I've deliberately covered this report. I'm just telling you again that AGR issue, Supreme Court and government views, is going to be very important. And the next news is that tax collection per kilometer falls 7%. I have already briefed. In the second important news is that 4.22 lakh crore rise due to cost overruns. Now I have deliberately kept this news for the last. Now tax collection per kilometer falls 7% in financial year 20. So this question can come that how much tax collection is fall or increase, then the percentage will be given up. Then you will be saying the tax collection might have increased, but due to vehicular movement, due to lockdown, COVID, tax revenue per kilometer national highways saw a decline of 7.17 decline in 2019-20. in the financial year 2019-20 due to economic slowdown and upward revision in excess load norms due to other regions. So all this these news. There is another part which is coming up, which is going to cover the state's economy, the major developments within the sector. So thank you so much for listening. Have a nice day.